Hi and hello to the Crusader Kings stream. We are in the backup Monday stream from Sunday. When I cannot stream Sunday, it's gonna be a Monday where we continue our Crusader Kings mega campaign. And we are here at the year 1285. I'm getting nervous when we start getting close to the Europa Universalis 5 start date, because I don't know if I want to. I don't think I can switch to Europa Universalis 5 because I don't think the converter will be ready. But I have to make a bunch of videos. I started again the production for a while. I paused the production because life got too busy. But I started production on the Mega campaign videos, again, summary videos of these streams. And because of that, oh, wait a second, I had chat not in front of me. I had no Twitch chat. Okay, there we go. Because of that. I don't know, maybe I should focus on the stream, on the videos, and then I can wait for the converters to be ready, because I also wanted to test if I can add Asia with, like, the Asia expansion. Because playing in Europa Universalis 5 would be cool, but I don't know if I can do that. So therefore, we are going to be playing, for now, still in this version in 1.17, so no Asia. And we have here the political situation of Europe. We still are playing Empress Imperatrix Alust of Asternica. Now 38 years. Only you don't really see the age with this trait here. I don't know. I have opinions about this trait. Like, I don't know why what it makes, like, faces look sometimes a bit like plastic. But that's something else. That's just how the game works. So we have a power struggle here over Europe. We are the Empire of Asternica. We started off as a count over here. We rose from Imperator Rome as one faction from Massilia. And now there are 3 dominant powers fighting across for West Europe. And we have one power in the north here that we were not able to subdue. And to the east, after the Mongols have come and now they have collapsed, we have new powers rising. And this is actually pretty interesting, because the Mongols came in here, and this was way more disunified. Just a little bit like how in our timeline you had the Kiev and Rus, and you had a lot of principalities here. Now the Mongols came, and then they unified a little bit after the Mongols collapsed. And the same thing seems to be happening in this timeline. So we have now 2 amazingly large power blocks. The Permians, who were in the north, who were spared the Mongol invasion. And we have the Sclavorium Empire in over here. So we have 2 titles that are going to probably be fighting for the dominance in this region. This also unified. This was a chaotic mess, and now we have Kunitia. And over here the Seljuks have been spawned in because a few of that asked to be adding the Seljuks after the Mongols collapsed, and they have been added here. And we have to see how if they will survive. They got a bunch of claims and a bunch of wars here. But now back to Europe. We are fighting here for dominance of Europe. The Italian-Sicilian League, one of our allies, has become one of our rivals and enemies at the moment. The first point was that Massilia itself, the state that we started off with in Imperator Rome, has become a really large threat, because they are the head of the religion here. We have this religion, the Astenos religion, spawning from where we are. But this religion causes that they get money, and with the money they just print out so many units that they are almost unbeatable. So we started sleeping and being a little bit laid back and just focusing on our island, being a bit isolated from Europe. And I was getting a little bit bored, that I wanted to become a wanderer and, like, leave the empire behind. But as soon as Massilia started rising up and the Mongols appeared, we fought off the Mongols over here. And then Massilia just was being unchecked, and he started, like, dominating the entirety of West Europe. So we started fighting Massilia. We got our allies, the Roman Sicilians and Carthage, and we tried to, like, curb the Massilian power. But now Massilia has become a tributary of the Roman Sicilians, making Massilia under their protection if you take Massilia, so we cannot do anything against them. And at the same time, the Romano-Sicilians have become scarily strong because of their high, extremely high development over here. I think this is one of the most developed regions in the world at the moment. And we have been slacking a little bit with the development because we are just trying to play it a little bit for funds. So yeah, we have a bunch of large struggles all across Europe. So our foreign policy at the moment is to make sure we inherit the Duchy of Luxembourg. We'll not really inherit the Duchy of Luxembourg, but get a claim on Luxembourg. We will do this through complex feudal methods, because he is betrothed to our heir, Caesar Cairo. So this is how we will try to make sure we dominate and we get like a large claim on this region here, and that we can like come in and fight, because the protection will go away after they die, and they seem to have the measles, so hopefully they die. And I don't know if we can help this alone. I don't want to cause this helping this alone. Okay, so let's click play. And we have a bunch of ransom pays that are actually interesting to be paid. But we have to be careful, because we also have internal politics. Who's this? This is somebody, a vassal over here. I actually accept that, because I don't really care about keeping... Who is this? Yeah, sure. We can found a holy order. Oh, that's interesting, because we don't have a holy order, I think. We used to give away one of our castles, though. Oh no, I don't know if I want that. I'm greedy to my territory. I will actually wait a little bit. I don't think we can use it against heretics of our religion. We can only use it against the other religions that are not really far close to us. Like, they are a bit far away. Pay ransom. Yes, sure. We are paying ransom. Wait, I should be careful with releasing these over here. Because they all have claims, I think, on the Duchy of Luxembourg, do they? No, they don't have claims on the Duchy of Luxembourg, okay. I don't want to mass ransom, by the way, because we do have somebody in our prison that we don't want to get out of prison. And that's this lady here. This lady is extremely powerful. the Duchy of Kent, but we have been like slowly retracting. And there is one thing with bullying people in this game. Trying to bully people that are the same people. Don't bully different people, like with like changing laws and changing contracts. So we put forced petition here. Let's look at the council. Everything seems to be happy here, except for them. And now let's also invest. Oh yeah, we also completely forgot. I forget this every time, and I get reminded of me when we start a bloody war. So we are going to station finally our troops here and there. And I don't know if there's a I do think there are some buildings that help the stationing of troops, but I will just randomly station all of them. And it's cool that we have the caballeros, by the way, because those are troops we got when we had like a little excursion to Iberia. Okay, there we go. Everything seems to be stationed, except for this one's. Okay, let's look around. I do think we should get rid of our trebuchets. And I think having 2 artillery thingies is quite nice, right? Having like 2 artillery ones. House guard. Let's increase our house guard. Is house guard good? I don't even know. We have not even looked at this for a long time. Retinue vanguard. What do we have here? We have house guards. These are some ancient troops that we have here. I'm gonna have like the elite retinue too, but I would like to have... Ooh, that's also cool to have. So we have some cavalry, we have some of these. Let's make an elite retinue vanguard. And let's wait a little bit. Let's also invest in our country. Let's upgrade this building. And let's upgrade this to this. Now because we finally were able to change the inheritance laws, we can own land better. And we can start improving that land too. To get more money, to get more resources, and this is gonna be so great. Okay, upgrade. I just want to upgrade all of these buildings. Be great, but if we don't have the bearer, it's already construction. Wait. Can we already upgrade to the max level? Oh, we do think can. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I don't think we have in every region of our kingdom. I mean, like in our holdings we are building. We also have a plague down here. Yeah, sure. Pay ransom. This is the one we don't wanna. This is the one we don't wanna release, by the way. But I'm fine by releasing her subjects. There we go. That's fine. Now let's look also around the external politics, because we did some internal politics. I have claims here, and this is the weirdest thing ever. I have claims here, but I cannot declare war against them. I can only fight for these old people here that I really don't care about. They're 70 years old. I'm so confused why I cannot declare war to them, and I don't know why. So, I do think for the last stream, I wanted to declare war against these guys here. Because we have a pretty good claim on them, and we can take like a large chunk out of them. Ooh, this is the entire kingdom. Okay, this is great. Because what our main goal strategy at the moment is, because we cannot directly influence Massilia, we will indirectly box Massilia in. That's why we have the tributaries around Massilia, and Massilia cannot really expand that far outward this way anyway. Maybe they can declare war against these guys, but these guys are just too far away that we cannot be bothered with, and would not be that big of a deal, because this would mean that Massilia has to fight wars over there, that we can catch Massilia distracted if they just choose to expand to the east, because I do think they can declare claims across a duchy, right? So this, oh, they can, I don't think they can, yeah, maybe they can declare war over there if they choose to. So the only way Massilia has to expand at the moment is this way, because these guys are also within the fold of the Italian-Sicilian League, and just because of this complex politics, yeah, we cannot do a lot. There's also this island here, but yeah, this one is the largest one that we wanna claim. What was the big claim? I forgot. There was like a huge claim we can do. This one. If we do this, I do think the whole region becomes under us. And can I demand a conversion before we do this? Yes, so let's demand a conversion from her. So this way we block the Massilian religion. That's why we are a different religion. So they don't get any tribute from, or like any money from any communion. That's the most of the war. The war is just indirectly trying to siphon away the Massilian money, making it hard for them to expand. We tried to enter into Scandinavia, but the Scandinavian emperor, Otto the Wolf, was just too powerful and kicked us out. That was quite terrifying. Not much we could do. They even tried to invade our Denmark here. And at the moment, we were able to protect our Denmark. So yeah, we are now fighting a war for Iberia. It's a bit weird how far away our titles are, but it's more like an influence war with 3 power centers. We have over here Goluphon, we have over here Massilia, and Rome. Those are the 3 power centers of the world. And I forgot again for who we are fighting. This title. It's not Prince, this one. Baron, no. Okay, we're fighting for Tet Ima. And she is young, so she's not going to lose her title pretty soon. So let's prepare. Let's not be in a rush. Let's be sure we prepare this war correctly. So let's see. We want to invade and take their capital as quickly as possible. But they will probably rush us, so... I've been here, by the way. I will raise my troops over here. What are their allies? Their allies are over there. Inside their land, and our allies are Carthage. This is weird, we are still allied to Carthage. Okay, these are our allies, Carthage and this kingdom over there. That's pretty good, actually. We do have to be worrying because there could be a civil war within our great kingdom. So declare the war for this one. Declare war. I'm not gonna be arrogant and not call in my allies, because I sometimes don't do that, because I feel like we can win. And then we lose big time. There we go. And titles can be usurped. The Duchy of Seville. Who is this? It's over there. To be fair, I don't really care that much about Iberian politics, just to stop the Massilians. We didn't even try to conquer this. Somebody inherited land in Iberia, and then they slowly grew to this enormous size. And we have not even been trying to defend our Iberian holdings that well. We just got lucky that whatever war happened. We sometimes even surrendered war, so we didn't pay attention to it, and still... This land has grown tremendously. So this is the final touch of keeping our Iberian holdings controlled. And then we should probably focus on the German holdings to make sure our Germanic titles grow in size. What? What was I claiming? I want to have the whole duchy as a claim. Okay, we are just making claims here, just so if something happened, like a rebellion or something, then we can come in and declare war. So I'm kind of hoping some messy things happen in Massilia, so we are getting some border claims to make sure we can invade and declare war against them. Okay. So over there they have a large army. That's a 30k army. We have an 11k army here. We should be careful with fighting them there, because we have mountains here. But I think if they cannot siege a castle down, that they are gonna be on the defense, and that's gonna be great. Because that will mean that we win the war. So we get the defensive buildings benefits right there. So I'm sending everybody in there, because I don't think they can see my troops here. And now they are movement locked. And does it matter that we are not there in time? Because we will be there eventually. And now they cannot escape, and they are locked into a battle right there. Perfect. And now they're stuck. And because they could have escaped if we sent our units one by one, but now everybody arrives. They're pinned down to the backs on the wall. We get the defensive building, so we get the defensive bonus. And yep, there we go. That is some Roland Saga event happened right there. And now our fame is widely known, because we did such a great first set in this war. Okay, now let's start the Chevalier and start pillaging and burning their lands down. We have to... Winter is setting in, so we have to be careful with the attrition, because the north of Spain, yeah, it gets cold. It gets cold. Alright. No, this is... I do think we can... This is in one duchy. Okay. So we sent our 2 cannons there, and the rest we sent here. And with our allies... Oh, I thought I sent everybody else there. Okay, let's send everybody else there. Ooh. There we go. Oh, look at the new cannons there. Beautiful. And now let's see that attrition here. That's still not going to be enough. There, right there is enough attrition. Not gonna be enough. More over there. And over there. So I'm just spreading out my troops because I don't want them to die from attrition. The winter seems to be ending. So now we move in here because we will probably get some attrition after we get those castles. Let's start moving closer. You guys go. No, you guys go over this way. You guys will start moving this way. And then you guys will move in this one. Alright, there we go. And we got this castle. Perfect. Nope, that's a suicide. Why is that suicide? Oh, that's because it's not connected. Okay, let's go to that castle right there. That's a scary one. So I'm sending my troops to satellite this army here. They should have enough supply to survive and stand in these regions. There we go, perfect. And we have the castle in the mountain too. That's a great defense if you have to fall back, but I don't think they will be able to fight back. So now, they are fighting back against us, but it's like actually a gigantic waste to send our soldiers to protect Toledo. It's better to just attack them and go for their capital. Because they're so far away. So we're going to Galicia, right? Galicia? No. Oh, Fardulia, it's called. Hello! Yeah, bad YouTube, not giving you notifications, Dodo. How are you doing? Okay, what? Oh, it's because there's a second castle in this county. Okay. They don't have the right siege equipment. I'm sending my troops here just so we can increase the siege speed. Oh, that's a city, that's a city. That's a siege. Alright, let's move in. Hopefully the AI doesn't move away when I do that. Because sometimes the AI does. Because AI is a big stupid though. Okay, there's not enough attrition here, but once they are alone there is. Okay, this ones need to be split off in two. And there we go, we got this one. And now we are going for their capital. And these troops can keep standing there. There we go. Oh, they got some reinforcements there. Why not try to catch them? They're running away, the cowards! Okay, we're not following them completely. Okay, let's move back. To get the attrition. Well, I did the thing here. So we have this one here, Gothic, and they are the other religion, the Sons of Ares, the mixture. Lore-wise, this is more like a Norse religion. Mixed with a tiny bit of Greco influence, but that happened to the rest of the world. Like, nobody was prosecuting, really, the old religions of the Norse people. They just got mixed together when the cultures combined. Just like with the Roman Empire in our timeline. Yeah, and over there, this is how the world looks like. And at the moment, we are over here in the Pontic Steppes, empires are forming after the Mongols disappeared. This was first more fragmented, but the Mongols went away, and now we have this. So it's a little bit like like the real deal with Russia. Who is your dynasty? Let's go. Let's go. Your dynasty is doing great. Your dynasty is doing great. Look at this. And the best thing, Parker, the best thing, let me actually go through this. Let me go through this. Like, the best thing about everything here, right now, what's happening with the dynasty, is that I wasn't even able to invade this empire they're part of. So, this empire will probably be start expanding across Scandinavia, and I wasn't able to fight back. They were too strong when I tried to do an invasion here. So I think your dynasty is gonna get lands once they start expanding, because look at this, they already start to expand over here. This is definitely gonna be like a gigantic northern empire. And meaning all the families inside of here are gonna get titles. And there's not much we can do against them, because they don't really form a threat to our dynasty. Fully grown. Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Yeah, they can go home. Belgium is not a problem at the moment. There's a gigantic plague going on here. Luckily, we are fighting a war somewhere else. So we don't have. We are bothered by the plague. Let's go to that castle right there. Ooh, this is interesting. Massilia's at Civil War. Independence War. Ooh, that's huge. Can we support this? Can we support this war? Sadly, we are not allied to the Duchess of Luxembourg. We do have like a wedding with them, but it's a bit far off the wedding because all their children are so old. Like they all have spouses, spouse, no spouse, dead. Oh, I did see that correctly. They were dead. They were dead. All right. And we got another castle right there. We sieged down their capital. This is like a perfect tip. Have more artillery than the enemy. At the moment, they have 2 artillery, so I do think... Oh, we cannot... Oh, we should like delete 1 man-at-arms. Maybe like a weak man-at-arms. I want to keep my caballeros though. Armed footman, retinue. I think I will slowly increase this one. And then I will delete this one and we will get a third artillery. Because if they have 2 artilleries, I want to have 3 artillery units. Because at this moment, fighting wars is more about outgunning the enemy with artillery. Now I'm gonna make... I don't need your military assistance. Now I'm going to make my path down here. And we are gonna go here and we're gonna cut them off there and fight them and try to kill them. But I do think we are outgunning them. And they are having attrition problems. That's why we have these guys here. If we go in here, they will share their resource pool with the others. Let's move away. I'm just gonna take the north first because I don't want to have the enemy fleeing up north and be over here and then attack us from behind. Because that's gonna be annoying. Like this, split in half. There's the cannons, there are the cannons, and go to that one. And that way they share the artillery pool. Ooh, custom secret society. I miss secret societies though. I miss secret societies from CK2. They were fun. Okay, they were fun. There we go. Maybe we can make a custom religion too pretty soon. There we go. We got another castle. And I will go for here. No, let's go this one. Because this is a mountain pass anyway. And we won the war. We didn't even need to be a big fight. Enforce demands. Should I just demand a freaking child to go to my court? Yeah, demand this child to go to my court. But they will not accept. Okay, there we don't need to enforce demands. There we go! Look at this massive conquest. And they are now from this religion. So this is going to change so much. This is going to hugely impact Massilia's coffers with money. Right in a moment, they don't want that. And if we can bully them at the moment because they are entering into a civil war, the better. Shall I just send money? There we go. Luxembourg. Look at this money we are sending you. Buy some beautiful mercenaries if you can. 5k. Yeah, okay, they need more help. They need more help. Can we offer... Negotiate alliance. They're so close in accepting it. Why are you not accepting this? We are at war? Oh, we are at war with Miss Rapia. Oh, I didn't even see this. That's a different war. Oh no. Okay. We have to white piece this as soon as possible. I didn't even see this that we were at war. Okay, let me call in my allies because I wanna win this war as soon as freakingly. I'm not calling in the house members. Okay, we have to quickly win this Miss Rapia war. White piece. We could also surrender, actually. Yeah, you know what? I don't care about this war in Iberia. Yeah, so be it. Miss Rapia, you get that land. Yeah, technically, we don't care about that war. There we go. We care about this. Negotiate alliance. They will accept. Let's go. Oh, sorry, Stefan, I didn't see your message. Okay, I'm killing because I'm added the I get the Berserks and the Ufhenar, but now I need the trades for them. That I suck at. Berserk. Yeah, Berserkers. They were like first warriors, so well, I don't remember the CK2 traits. Is there something like that they will not shy away from a fight, right? And that they will even go like in a suicidal rush. Berserkers are already a little bit like okay, we are joining this war here. And because of that, I am already gonna prepare my troops to fight in this war. I like to not make different points that we can send our troops in. I like to keep it like with the one red one, because if you buy mercenaries, they appear at your like red staging point for the military. And we are... Are we allied to them? They are negotiating our alliance. Yes, marvelous news. And now... No, to this ones. Offer to join war. They're not the war leader. No! They're not the war leader! No! They're the war leader. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! At least they have a child here. They have a child. They've betrothed. They're already betrothed with somebody else. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. I need you to... This is married already. My son is not my oldest son. That's this one. That's already married. 3 years old. Okay, we will marry them. I don't think that's going to... They're already married. They're already married. Okay. Hopefully we can still do this. I wanted to make... I wanted to win Herald because sort of pagans nowadays believe that curse that runs in your family. Oh, a curse. Bloodlust trait, or fearless trait. Fish being now a secretary map has been updated. Chapter 4. The cans and the steps all under heaven, so likely play as the Chinese next paradox. Yeah, that would be great. Oh, the Japanese can now be done. The Japanese can be done. The Japanese. Sadly, I cannot convert yet, but I want to do that. Okay. We have done like they are betrothed. So if I'm correct, that means you can negotiate an alliance. No, I cannot negotiate an alliance. Like, if I take my son here, if the granddaughter is not gonna give me an alliance, I'm gonna send also some money to this person, just so they can buy some mercenaries. At least they're winning now their war. Oh. I sent a bit more money to you. There you go. Here's more money. There's no more money. Can I sway? Is there like a random event that I can become friends with them? Let me look around. If I go... I don't really know the diplomacy tree, so let me look here. Thoughtful diplomat, August Heritage. Defensive negotiator. Okay, so if we do 2 of these, we could propose this. I'm going to try. I don't think we will have enough time to do that. The cat, yeah, the cat is here. Hello, Zoe. What are you doing? Zoe the cat. Numbers of 10, security favor is gone unnoticed. I cannot feel but irritated by Ellipse some interest in me. Never see her again. Fake interest in me, alright. I so bad wanna join you. Massilia, I can offer to join the war. I'm not an ally. No, I know I'm not an ally. Okay. This little situation we want to fix. I hate that they are betrothed. Can I murder? Very hard. So your character is not a murdering character. Oh no, they're losing the war! Okay, I don't know what to do. But we have to wait anyhow now. Okay. Let's do this. Let's improve our castles a little bit here and there. Can we upgrade the castle? Yes, we can. Let's do that. Sorry, maximum castle here. Oxford. Decline. There we go. Even increasing our man pool by a huge amount. We are stronger now because we have more territories that we can hold to ourselves. Let's go on this one. This is quite insane how much we have with our dynasty now because we haven't played for so long. No, I don't like this. If they die... we could win. If they die too, we could win. We could come in and we could start the war. Betrothed. Maybe I should just do this so I keep focus on this person, right? There's so many people pinned there. Okay, there we go. Can start a legend. The conquest of this place. Promoting these legends costs so much money. I don't know why you would actually do this. Like, our legend is already huge. I don't know why I would continue promoting this one. Sure. Okay, let's change and modify the vessel contracts. Forced partition, they will not like it. It will be seen as an act of tyranny, but at the moment... No, what's the forced partition? What is it? Forced partition, yes, there we go. I'm slowly gonna make sure that the vessels become weaker in our kingdom. Because they are too large. They have like 2 duchies, and I don't like that. The same thing we should do with the kingdoms, but at the moment they own... Oh, they own 2 kingdoms. Okay. Demand conversion, they will accept. They own 2 kingdoms, I don't like that. There we go. Even that they did that, we will force a partition on them. Force partition, there we go. Perfect. We will not do too much, because then we get too much tyranny, and then we have another problem. Okay, they have enough money. I'm gonna send a little bit more money to this guy. There we go. Spouse. Okay, they're losing the war, that's good, but how they're losing? They're losing because of battles, and they're losing because of land. I do think because they're fighting multiple... Freaking bastards! They steal my banner from Belgium. I think because they're fighting multiple people at the same time. They're fighting 3 chiefs, and they have like more catapults. Call to war. This duke is calling me to war, to fight. Who are we fighting? These people. And are we defending or are we attacking? They are the attackers, and they are... Okay, I like that kind of, maybe. Do we care about this war? Not really. But we will send some people to fight, at least, I guess. I miss kind of that you could, like, send a small group of units in Crusader Kings. They cost me nothing, it says here. Let's increase that then. Let's raise the men at arms only. $6K. I got a new heir? Oh no. Huh? What happened to this heir? Why are you no longer my heir? Wait, what happened? How did this... How does that even make sense? But we have... Still part of the dynasty. Is it because this dude got like... It's not disinherited. The empire goes to this person. And... also goes to this person. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. I do think it's because there's something weird, right? Because this guy is holding a title. Oh, because he's holding a title in a different country? That's weird. Is it because Miss Rapia took that land? Okay, we are gonna deal with that. I'm just gonna get some war score here, and then I'm gonna go down there and liberate my son, I guess. From Miss Rapia. I don't know what happened there. This is not gonna be my heir, Dark Note. I'm not gonna make this person my heir. There's a weird thing going on. I don't know why that happens in this game, but if your heir, your main heir is in another country, it doesn't be your heir anymore. I don't know why that happens, so I find that actually annoying. I don't want to embrace it. I actually don't want that. The reason I need the other heir is because of the Luxembourg claim. That's why the Luxembourg War has to succeed. There we go. And then we're gonna go to war with Miss Rapia. There are actually specific reasons why we don't want this. Okay, this person owns what land? He owns only this county. So, for that reason, we will go to the Jurlands. I only want this county where my son is at. There we go. Let's make triple check that's the county here my son is in. Yeah, that's the county. That he owns a temple. He has a temple title. Maybe that's why the game is weird. No. Sees the Jur county. That's the one. And there we go. Yeah, this is essentially to fight Massilia. I would have been less careful. At least Alust plays more like a tactician. She has been like militarily. She's like a military person. She has been like smart with tactics the whole time. Like my previous characters have not been good with tactics, but she is. Ooh, we could maybe even get this one. We can negotiate before the war ends over here. That would be huge. This would be huge if that is possible. Alus has been one of the more competent rulers we have had for a while. Talking about that, we should maybe marry them away to get like a strong alliance. Navarre with this. Oh, that's interesting. Religion of Africa. But Navarre is within our territory, so I don't actually want that. This is gonna give me an alliance with the Horde. Something I don't want. We already have an alliance with Carthage, so we don't want this. This is giving us an alliance that we already have. This is giving us an alliance that's a bit too far away for comfort. This is giving us an alliance absolutely useless. This is giving us an alliance in Italy. Okay, this is interesting. They are not bad. Not bad with units. Pictonia is allied to me, but they are allied to me through a tributary status. Okay, this is interesting, because if I do this, I can call them into a war, because they are not allied to me normally. So I cannot call them into wars. With this, I can call them into wars. And there is a chance this alliance will stay for a while, because he is 19, she's 6 years old. This will probably stay existing for a while. They are 16 years old. At the moment, I do want to keep some children right there to negotiate more alliances. And at least what this gives us, if we fail with this, I don't know what this is what's going on with their head. If we fail with this, we can always claim Pectonia, and then we can like annex Pectonia, because if that means the other son becomes the heir, so this one, that would mean we can at least annex this bit of land, and we can box in Massilia that way. So whatever happens, we are boxing Massilia in. Miss Rapia, how strong are they? They have only 4. Okay, Miss Rapia is quite outclassed by us. That's actually pretty good. Let's improve our unit. Let's make Caballers a bit better. Okay, we'll be right back. And they are at war with this nation here. Their war leader. Okay, they're fighting for who owns this land. And to be fair, we don't really care who owns that land, so long they are loyal to the rightful crown. Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm just gonna send all my catapults to this region. And then send these guys over there to prepare for a full-on battle with Miss Rapia. We're gonna take the title first. And at least we did contribute to this war. So, there we go. We took that bit of land right there. So they're gonna be like, oh, you did contribute. Thank you for listening. Yeah. Thank you for the lurking. Alright. Okay, let's send these over there. We have them over there, but we're gonna send them down south. And I will not unify my units, because we will definitely crush the Misrapian troops here. So I want them to be like in a horde, so the Misrapians cannot really escape me. In time. There we go, they're running away already. Ooh, this is a great run, because that means they will run down here. There we go, everybody comes together. Big pitch battle for this region here. Yay, so be it, we got clay land. Now well, they got land. And I bet the Misrapians are fleeing, so they're fleeing to this castle right there. Or they're fleeing over there, they're fleeing over there. Oops, oops. Oopsies! Or they're gonna flee across the bridge! Yeah, they're fleeing across the bridge. That's annoying. Let's go up here, because they will try to take the land back, it seems like. That's more important for the war, that we own this bit of land there. There we go, perfect. And let's take that castle there too while we are there. And leave for the besiegers. There we go. You don't lose cannons if you take that city. That's pretty crazy. I'm just splitting up my troops now that we have enough space, so we can soon like do chevauchés down there or something. Oh, like right. I will collect them there with these ones there, and then we take these cannons also there. Then we split these ones into. Okay, split these units too. No, I thought it clicked split. I didn't. Not enough space. There we go. Split in two. Uh oh. The streets of Aalborg turned silent. Hades has cast a plague over this once thriving metropole. Everywhere, I cannot escape the killers. Summon the physician. Alright, we have a... Where is this plague going on? I think over there, right? There's so many plagues! I don't really still understand how the plagues really work, but they're terrifying. By the way, with mod packs, because I was working like on a Minecraft event, and this Minecraft event is like medieval, and I made with command blocks. The reason why with command blocks is that's easier to to control the settings while in a server, because I will not be hosting the server. You can also make it into a data pack, and you can just copy it, and that one would create like the plague in Minecraft, and that's actually pretty cool, because that would mean everybody can, if you just copy it into a data pack, you can like create like the plague, and you can cast the plague effects in your server, and the plague itself is not be cured by drinking milk. It's not a potion effect, it's a tag, and you get different potions effects at different stages, and if you get too close to other players, it will spread the plague. So I think that's so cool. I don't know. Okay, the Misrepute troops are right there, but we don't care. We are just gonna go slowly, methodologically down this way. Because I really don't care about the other claims here. A mighty feared warrior known as William Nisis is... hello! Fishbean gets the park up like... So, reportedly warned about my realm search for employment. From Castrum of Glasgow, he has certain air about him. This character is historian, William Wallace. William Wallace! Wait, we can become William Wallace. William Wallace is... Oh, this is cool. This is like a Joan of Arc thingy. William Wallace is a Scots nonce, prominent leader during the Scottish War of Independence against England in 13... Oh! Does this mean Caledonia is gonna start rebelling against me? In late 13th century. Okay, we have to be ready for this. There's something going on here. But it's famous for... Okay. I can't get William Wallace into my court. I am tempted to do this to William Wallace. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait if William Wallace is going to do something. Wait. You will abandon your dynasty, you will no longer be able to resume playing them. You will play... Okay, I will play... Okay, I'm not doing this. But I wonder if this... If I click this one, that William Wallace will become a wanderer. I am tempted to do this because it would be cool to give William Wallace some titles in Spain, but I fear then that we don't get any events. I don't know if Miss Rep's original dynasty is around. You can check out. Hello, Milton. Just finished French. I hope I can see half an hour when I actually go. Ooh, do you have like the extra classes that people have in Greece a lot? Ooh, good luck with that. Does this do something? I wonder. Does this actually cause William Wallace to start a rebellion? I want this to happen, okay? I don't know. I want William Wallace to rebel against me. I'm going to Google if this event, because this is a historical character, if that actually causes William Wallace Rebellion CK3. Does William Wallace rebel against me? Will allow him to spawn. He appears in alternate history. Scotland, ruled by Norway, generations can be used fighting Scottish freedom against Norse rulers. Okay. It doesn't tell me if. It doesn't tell me if William Wallace starts rebelling. Okay, you know what? I will pin William Wallace here. Over here. And I am going to ask maybe if it's possible for the next Sunday to somebody to play William Wallace and rebel against me in Scotland. I want if William Wallace doesn't do it himself. It's not clear enough. It's got tutoring, but it's searching completely different than every. It's got to, but it's something completely different than every Greek has. Oh, okay. Play as William Wallace. That will be funny, but no, I play one family. Sadly, I didn't even know this could happen. But this is a fun thing to do, maybe. Like, this is a fun challenge for things to do to play. Maybe. I was thinking maybe because. It might take a while for the converter to release, but I will put it onto a vote to play a different campaign, actually. And just not a mega campaign. And then be able to play in other regions, because I'm not able to play in Asia, and I kind of want to play in Asia. And maybe I will not be able to play in EU5. So I was thinking maybe I will play a few smaller campaigns, and then just finish my my videos. Because I need to finish those two. And then I will focus on my videos and just play some funny challenges. So one of the challenges could be like playing William Wallace. Other challenges could be to play like in Japan, and to do like simple things like form this kingdom, form that kingdom. And that way I can finish my campaign videos and do have some fun, because I kind of want to play those other DLCs that I got, right? And I cannot play it. And that way the videos will finally get some progress, because the annoying like, I could focus a lot on the videos, but then it's a lot of work writing the notes. Once the notes are done, then it's a bit easier to make the video. But it takes a while. It takes a long while. There we go. And we take that castle. There we go. Yeah, Magna Fiction. That would be one of the challenges. Yeah. And that would be maybe something for EU5. I think that's the most fun, right? Because you have Frisia in EU5, and that's Frisian Freedom. So I think that would be really cool. And then I can play a couple of other Paradox games, and I can get a little bit better, because I'm not that good in in EU4. I have played EU4. I've played the whole game a few times, but that is so long ago. The same I have with Hearts of Iron. I have not played Hearts of Iron for such a long time, and they added a lot of new cool things that I don't know. And we won the war. Let's go. Okay, hopefully this is gonna... I'm just gonna demand this hostage too. There we go. That's what you get from stealing my heir. And... demand conversion. And why are you not my heir still? Are you not my heir? Still not my heir. What is going on here? Why is this person not my heir? Mm, I will demand conversion 2 from this person. And Grand Vassal, give me this vassal. No. Oh, that's a huge vassal they have. Black vassal, this one. And then I want you to give me... Good, okay. They're now my direct vassal, and now I want you to give me this title. They will accept, but this remove the tyranny. No, this does not remove the tyranny. I will keep my hook there. I don't even know why I got the hook on there. There we go. Excellent. And there's my son. And now they have become my heir. So my oh, that's even better, actually. Okay, so I do think the reason why we cannot inherit this is because they hold a temple holding. And for some reason that doesn't allow me to make them my heir. But we can own temple titles. This is confusing. There's somewhere in the medieval law there is written I am not allowed to do this, but luckily because this person has a son, we become this son, and that's actually even better for us because that means that son is definitely going to hold the Duchy of Luxembourg even better. So actually that's even better because that means we will play as a younger heir. And the thing with heirs is that we cannot really always like... Okay, now we can actually negotiate an alliance. Offer to join war. No. Doesn't work. I think we can negotiate an alliance, can we now? Propose alliance. They're at war. Now this is making us a tributary. Okay. Okay, this is gonna sound insane, but I'm going to declare war against Massilia. That means that the Roman Sicilian League is going... 12th day of that means the Roman Sicilian League is going to fight us. And that's going to be terrifying. What claim is this? That's that bit of like claim. Okay, is there a better claim we can get? What's this claim? That's that claim there. Okay, this is actually a pretty neat claim. This is a claim we can actually do. If this lady is 60 years old, it's a bit of a gamble because she might die. This is an old person. This is a youngerish person, maybe. This person is young, but this title here is too close, so we will lose the title and then the war will end too quickly. This claim is pretty close, but this lady is even older. So... Or is that the same person? This claim is the best, I think. So this war will allow us to declare war against Massilia directly. And... we didn't need to go to war with Messapia. Oh, that is sad. That's something you could have completely... Let's, by the way, see if Messapia has, like, still descendants, the Misrapian dynasty, like the founder. So it's really easy to go down. You go just down to this family. That's the Misrapian one. And still alive, the Misrap family. This is the most powerful one. My bet they're still misrep. Yeah, there they are. So it's constant war. And this war is interesting because we are encroaching upon, like... We are encroaching on our main enemies now. So we're calling in all the allies. And we're calling in every, even our house members. To make sure we win this war. So first we will definitely just rush up here and take this bit of land here. And then we will go into and try to make sure they win the war. By going over there. So why are they winning? Because of occupying enemy lands. So we could go in here and slowly start carpet attacking their lands. And slowly reach the lands up there. Like we go in here and we take the lands that they were annexing from them. That way. Oh no! That's a dangerous rebellion. I am careful with this. You have to be careful with this. She doesn't like me because I did stuff to her land. I revoked the vessel. I didn't need to. Arranged marriage. My son. That does not work. My daughter. Doesn't work. Let's have this bag of money and we are friendly, right? And I don't think we can negotiate an alliance because I didn't prepare for this. Bollocks. And it doesn't seem to be able to negotiate internal alliances. This is scary. Leave the faction. Be friendly to me. Sway her to not be mean to me. Okay. In the meantime, just go in here. Okay, let's send these guys over there. And let's cross the border over here and let's take that castle. Not really that worried to not take that land. Alright. Alright, slowly moving up there. We have so many legacies because we're doing so great. Hello, FDH, Loudlook. You're new here, and how can you have interactions in Force Divorce? And yeah, you can force divorces in this game. Depends, I think, also what religion or cultural traditions your country has. At the moment, we are fighting a chaotic war. We are going to we declared war from against Massilia for this bit of land as an excuse to invade Massilia over here and actually support the rebels inside Massilia. Because those rebels seem to be losing. There we go, we go in here. It does feel like an extremely medieval war to declare war for to support a bunch of rebels. Alright, we got this castle done. I'm just gonna take this castle just for the sake of taking that castle, so there is like an easy... We like have the boat. We can easily move up and down from this region. Okay. I will start spreading out my units in this beautiful chevauché style of warfare. Chevauché actually means like raiding and pillaging the land, but it sounds more fancy. Milton, I don't know if you're still here, but that's some French. For looting and pillaging. There we go. And we take the... this over there, and we take this one. Okay. So now I just want to move slowly north to aid the rebels wherever we can. If we see the Massilian troops, we will fight them instead of actually... There we go. And let's send these units in there too. And let's keep some units closely satelliting these units here. Oh, this may give me... Oh no, it doesn't give me the penalty for crossing. That's good. I like that. Not getting a penalty for crossing. That's good. Yeah, okay. We got this castle. Apparently they have a second castle. Let's take this castle. No, that costs its penalty. Let's take that castle, yeah. And you guys go over there. These guys go over there. Slowly moving up the baggage tray. There was now something to do it automatically, I think, but it does feel cooler to do it yourself. This is what I mostly do, Crusader Kings. Just move the supply wagon closer and closer. I was looking also making maybe an older Attila Total War stream. It's actually still Total War with the 1212 mod, so like that's like high Middle Ages. I want to say modern Middle Ages, but no, it's not modern times. Okay, I don't want to get too close to this, because this is claimed by the other faction, and I don't want to deny their progress they're making. Those are the Massilian troops right there. So we're actually gonna go not too close to the border, and we're actually gonna cut through Massilia to the east. And hopefully catch the Massilian troops on the east, or else we move north. The problem is, if we get 100% war score, the war is over! It's no fun. So maybe... Sadly, they're too far away. The mod I was talking about earlier, all Germanic pagan fades into the world instead of being one religion. The icons kept breaking in the triagon. What is the other faction war even about? The other faction war? This faction is for independence, so it's actually pretty huge if they can do an independence movement. Okay, I will do something risky here. But I'm going to rush across the land and fight the Massilians over there. Now I'm gonna go around. Because it's over anyway now. I'm gonna go with the boat. I'm gonna try to fight them directly there. Like, we have 100%, so it's maybe... I don't know how long it will take. So I'm gonna go there. And then we're gonna go in here, and then we're gonna try to fight the Massilians right there. Because, yeah, we have 100%. There's not much we can do about this. At least we did limit a little bit the Massilian progress they have in resources, I guess? Let's promote our religion now, the new religion we have. And let's do it over there. I have a new diplomacy trade. There we go. And I want to go again down here. Maybe... No, let's not do that one. Because I don't want to live too long in this game. Because with all the trades we live so long in this game. Strategy focus. Let's do another war. Something nice here. Let's do another war focus. Do I know anything about Frisian paganism? I know I know, like in Frisian times, right? Like, when the Frisians were like really OP and cool, they did like they did have like it was like a mixture here because the Romans were until the Rhine, and then the Romans were pushed back, and the Frisians itself. I don't know really because to be fair, I don't have any sources, and this was just told to me because I live in Frisia, so don't know how true it is. This might be a little bit like Frisian pride, but in the Netherlands, especially like in Holland, they talk about like how Bonifacius came to the Netherlands, and he was like the guy that did like the Christianity spread like Christianity in the Netherlands, and he's seen like more importantly in the south, like with people from Holland. But when at least my teacher, right, my history teacher, he would tell me like it doesn't really make sense, this story, because Bonifacius came here to like convert the Frisians into Christianity, but in Roman times the Romans were until the Rhine here, and then the Romans went away, and the Frisians conquered a bit below the Rhine, or they owned a bit below the Rhine, and there were Christians living in Friesland, and the capital of the Frisians was over here near Utrecht. Where is it? Over here. This place, I think, the bit south of Utrecht. The Frisians had like Christians nearby, and the Frisians were like a major trading port. So they did a lot of trade. And they also were really close to the Celts in the south, and the Germanic and the Norse religions in the north. And in Roman accounts, they had also their own gods. So they had Celtic gods, they had Germanic gods, a bit of a mixture with the names. And like they would call Odin, Wodan, and they have their own names. But the thing is, there were Christians in Frisia. And the popular story is that the Bonifacius came, and that he was killed by the Frisians because the Frisians were intolerant to the Christian religion. And then the Franks came there with more converters, more people to convert the people, and destroying all the holy sites. And they had some personal bodyguards. So it sounds more that the Franks came invading. And they used it as an excuse to invade because this Bonifacius guy died. But how can it be that the people who are known for trade and being open and having 3 different religions in their own region be intolerant? So the question is like, the records are only there from like how the Christians wrote them down. But is it really that the Frisians were against Christianity or other religions? Because if they were traders and they had so many religions in their own borders, it was like a mixture of different ones. It doesn't really make sense, this whole story. So that's a little bit that I can tell you. Like maybe this whole popular narrative, the Frisians versus like Christianity, is more like a made-up story by the Franks. It's Frankish propaganda. Okay, that's what I want to tell you. It's Frankish propaganda. Don't believe the Franks. I thought Wolf came to Scotland to convert the Frisians, and Radboud almost fell. Like there are stories also about that, like talking about that. Okay, we're gonna fight the Massilians here. Hopefully we win. I don't know if we win because oh no, we're losing actually. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! We actually lost that battle. It's not that bad. We actually won the war. But we were trying to weaken the Massilians to fight their civil war. I don't know how great successful that was. Let's try to murder this person. They like me, but I don't know why you like me. Doesn't even make sense. So yeah, that's a little bit what I can tell you that I know about like the Frisian paganism, because it just, at least my teacher told the story was really sussy how the Frisians were converted. Nethelania was only worship Sealand. Oh yeah, they had like their own ones, yeah. But it's a really sussy story, right? And even I, just hearing this, my teacher talking about this, it sounds real sussy, okay? It sounds like Frankish propaganda. It really does sound like Frankish propaganda, like an excuse why to attack the Frisians. Because this one dude got killed. But why did he get killed? What was the real story behind it? I don't know. I don't know. And there are different stories, right? Because in Holland, this is different. Like, I'm gonna talk about the Hollandic propaganda, right? The Dutch propaganda, right? Against the Frisians. It still exists. It kind of does. But it's more like in the history books, and that's the whole, like, war that was between the Frisians and the people from Holland. Because the Frisians were supposed to be like, I believe the official title of the Duke of Holland, no, I think the Count of Holland was something with Frisonen, something with like, between the Frisians. I don't know. I don't know interim. I don't think it's an interim, but something like something Frisians. So the Duke of Holland was given the Frisian title because this was like seen as everything was Frisian here, and this was Swiss Frisia, and it was with the Norse of the Count of Holland. I mean, and Count. You have to remember, Holland people were not dukes; they were counts. Okay, and they would then claim Frisia, but Frisia didn't want to be like the Frisians up here north. Didn't want to be part of whatever they were doing down here. So they were doing feudalism, and they were not doing feudalism. So they wanted to invade and attack Frisia to start building castles and having serfs here and split up the land. Only they failed every time they tried to do that. They were defeated by the Frisians because the Frisian people didn't really want to become serfs. Quite obvious you don't want to become a serf, right? Then but when you talk when you see like a Dutch history book that is like from like internationally gets mandated to everybody, it talks about how the Hollandic people were living in like bigger cities. They had bigger castles. They had castles, and they would make Frisia more advanced. Like the feudalism was a more advanced way of living. And still was in my history book. That was what my history book was saying. And my teacher, of course, being in Frisia, was like, yeah, that's absolutely stupid. This Hollandic propaganda that calling themselves living in with feudal fiefdoms, that they were more advanced than the Frisians. And that they would have brought advancement on the Frisians. That's just like, really? Really? I don't know if that's still the case with the history books, because I haven't looked at the history book. All I know is that the last possible paganism lived in Alung 1,000 years. Okay, 1,000 years ago. Okay. That's a long time ago. Okay, I don't like this war score. I don't like this war score. Ugh. I want to kill you. You have to die. I can join this one. I cannot join it. I want this one to become my ally. Son of mine can be. This creates an alliance. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Pause. Is this it? Is this it? Over to join war. No! No. We also have a civil war looming, but this is more important, okay? This is more important. She needs to die. How is my intrigue going? Let's actually try to bribe everybody. Hefty bribe. There we go. Can I do this cheaper? Yeah, we can. An assassin. We offer some prestige. Can we do it cheaper? No. This one is expensive. There we go. Can we switch again our focus? Equip. We cannot. Wonjo, Otala. It was Natu. Do you know those are no Wodan us? I guess Wodam is Odin and Tunrars is Thor and Tivas. Is that the war god? Is that the war god? Utala. I guess that they're the god, the old gods. I am assuming, because some of the names seem familiar. You know what I also find really interesting about like the older religions is the Indo-European reconstruction of the names. Like, I just find it interesting. Like, they try to reconstruct like the Indo-European language, like the Proto-Indo-European language, and with that they have also words for like the Sky Father and stuff like that. Of course, it's not exactly the same. It's not perfect because it's like a reconstruction, and they don't really know if you take a time machine that it actually would work. And they are out of prison? No. Imprison you again and will not succeed. They are going to start a civil war. Okay, but we still are more focused on this thing here. Who cares if they start a civil war? I can join this war. That's huge. That's actually me wanting to stop the civil war in my own country. I cannot imprison them. My daughter. Do they have a son? Oh boy. It's luckily not that far away. And I do think I can win that war. I can win this civil war because this is... What is this civil war? This is a civil war for this duchess. Oh, they're all the same. Oh, so I did get them. I did say the war god. Thor. Oh, did. And Thor. Yeah, yes. Okay. Okay, we have to fight this war here. This is gonna be a scary, terrifying war. But now we will start fighting a bit more tactful. This annoying thing is this war can fire at any moment. So I'm gonna have my character over here fighting in the war. Reason why is if I do that, I can attack the Massilian troops and like annex their cities. But if they declare war, they will go for my capital. And luckily, my heir is down south, so they cannot grab my heir. And they cannot grab me if I am at war somewhere else. So they cannot really win the war. They will have a huge benefit if they do the civil war, but it would be interesting if they win. And the more important matter is not the civil war, is actually the other war. And I will not do an assassination because that's gonna cause a bunch of other problems. So I cannot do this. It might succeed. No. We can denounce them, maybe? That would be interesting. Like... Let's denounce them because they want to start a war. That's what you get. That's what you get! You pee-pee poo-poo! Okay, let's go for the Massilian capital. We are so close to the capital, actually. That's actually pretty crazy. That's also why they were so many times to war with Pictonia, because they want to have the Pictonian lands that really come close to the capital. Okay, this would be huge if we can actually do something against this war. So, we should... What is the war score? What's the target? I think the target is the capital, right? Or... Like, they don't hold their capital. And they don't hold the Luxembourg capital. They do hold the Luxembourg capital. Okay. That's one part of the target. Okay. The thing is, I don't think... Okay, we have equal amount of troops. I don't think my allies will be able to fight that war. So we have to slowly move north, and we have to take more land, annex more land. No, the war ended. Oh, that's sad. That's sad. We came in there trying to help them, and the war has ended. Oh, that's sad. Oh, okay, now we at least can focus on our own rebellion that's brewing in our lands. I don't think they can actually threaten me. They don't have, like, alliances that can really destroy me. They will get some populist uprisings, but that's it. I know there is some kan go sån. Ja, den får... Alright, yes, Dutch. Okay, we're just waiting for the civil war to figure it out. No. City not. There we go. Let's increase the output of our land value. There we go. Perfect. 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 That was sad that we did win that, but you win some and you lose some. Luckily, we have been able to bully Massilia a little bit left and right, and the Romano didn't come in and defend them, so that's pretty cool. Probably because they're fighting another war, it seems like. Maybe they're fighting that war, maybe not. I don't know. Oh no, the Seljuks have collapsed. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. They've been attacked and they've been taken over. Damn, after 3 minutes of bleeding has stopped. I don't know, a small paper cut. Wait, you got... You got like a blood from the paper cut. Oh no, I did say Dutch. Oh no. Bloody hell. Yep. Always quickly, even if it's a paper cut, like bandage it, definitely. I remember having like a really deep... Oh no, is it the Danzig Plague? Is this a Danzig Plague? Did we have the Danzig Plague? Oh no. It's real. The Danzig Plague exists. Hey, hello, welcome back, Milton. We have the Danzig Plague. The plague that causes people to dance. This is a real thing. There was a plague that caused people to dance. Oh no, the band didn't help. Dance fishy dance. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Luckily, I'm kind of disappointed that the plagues in this game are actually pretty small. And like there are so many apocalyptic plagues, and these plagues appear, But I wish there were like less apocalyptic plagues, but once an apocalyptic plague would happen, that these plagues would be huge and tremendous. What war are we fighting? We're fighting a war for Ensure. The defenders, attackers. We're defending. Sadly, now this war doesn't really make sense. Well, this gives us time to invade Massilia's capital again. What will they lose if they lose this war? Or lose that county? I feel the game couldn't handle. This is why. Yeah, wait, our rebellion just sussed away. I think the rebellion is still here. Like, this rebellion can trigger any moment, but right now we got, like, more troops, and now it cannot trigger. Like, they need to be a bit stronger. Yeah, Massilia is aligned to... That's confusing, but I get it a little bit. Yes! Okay. We're trying to murder the ruler of Massilia, but Massilia is now joining this duchy, the Duchy of Bavaria, of Bayer, to conquer this county, and because they are under our protection, that gives us an excuse to invade Massilia, and Massilia cannot call their Italian allies in. So, because they are attacking them, and they are allied to Massilia, we can attack Massilia because we are putting them under protection, and Italy is not joining. So, this is a huge, convoluted way to say, yeah, we can fight and win. Okay. Call to war, and we are called into another war. And our murder plot was exposed. No. Who's this? I actually don't care. I don't care about this war. We are more gonna fight the Massilians. Okay, we're gonna go in there, and we're gonna make any title they own. So which titles do you own? You own these two. They own everything here. We're gonna go in and we're gonna annex all their lands, and we're gonna weaken them, just so that their vassals get more opportunity to to rebel. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna go in. Look at this convoluted way of fighting wars. Alright, alright. And the rebellion is triggering again. My agent has been discovered. Oh no. Oh, Kent is dying. They are also having the plague. Hopefully you die before you can trigger your rebellion, you fool. I'm sending a few north. To make sure we can annex it a bit faster. And they are not engaged. Let's do the one marriage you asked me to. No, they don't really have a child for... Okay, there we... Oh, they do have a child. That's a bit too old. Yeah, that's a bit too old. So sadly, no marrying off. Alliance power. Gonna give us an alliance with Carthage. To be fair, I'm just gonna do this. And this will allow us maybe to negotiate another alliance with Carthage with our next character. Not too bad. if I have to say. So K3 doesn't have vassal rights. How do you mean vassal rights? Yeah, we do have vassal laws and right and contracts that we can negotiate with our vassals. And they demand their rights and that they want to have like different rights. Like that's a little bit why they are rebelling against me, because I have been being a bit of a tyrant, as you can see here. They have no seat. I didn't do that. Legitimacy. I have to improve my. I have a tyrant because I've been changing passing laws and I've denounced them. And yeah, we have been slowly trying to make sure that they get less. Let's improve our grandeur. There we go. So people are at least happy with our grandeur. Yeah, Carthage being Hellenic is weird too. I just assume this is not all the same Hellenic. But at the other time, it does make sense that Carthage is Hellenic because Carthage did get conquered by Massilia for a long time. We did own it for a long time as Massilia when we played Massilian Imperatorum. Carthage was our first like big bad, our first enemy. It's pretty cool to fight Carthage. Still fond memories of fighting Carthage. Yay, we took this. And this is the most important thing, to take this little county here. Because this is the bridge. So we have to take Arles. Okay, we took that. Now let's look at her titles. She owns all these titles here. So we are gonna only take her titles. Because, yeah, screw this bastard. They can own. You can put in so many troops here on the counties because they have so much. Development here. It's so crazy. Now we got a new martial perk. Hit and run. And now I'm gonna go. Oh, I can still not go for the murder perks. There we go, got on the castle. Let's get this castle. The rebellion can happen in 11 months, that's fine. Let's see her title. She owns also this one. So let's go for this one. Oh no, we cannot go in there. Oh, we have to go up north. Let's go take that one. They're losing so much money to us, I hope. Yeah, they're not making money because we are like taking all the land. Ah, my spies are getting discovered left and right. Oh no, oh no. Our murder plot is absolutely rubbish at the moment. There we go. And because another county there, perfect. Let's continue bleeding their money away. Because they get direct taxes and levies from them, and now we are like attacking them, they're getting less troops. This war continues, great. Look at the economic damage, it's now minus 100 every... How many? Every month, right? Every month. Let's go. We got this county completely. And now we go south. Take all the castles they have. Another one down. Now for that one. They don't own anything down there, so we will slowly move north and like start attacking their vessels. Let's look at their subjects. They still like their ruler. The strange way to do a servocé. The French word for that, Milton. Servocé, there you go, French word. Perfect. Servocé is like doing a raid in medieval France. That's what they would say. We're going on a chevauché. It sounds so fancy, but it is just raiding and pillaging. So honorable and great. But it is weird, like with martial cultures, right? Because if you also have like, if you read like the Iliad, right, from the Greek mythology, they also talk about like how pillage and loot is like. They talk about like literally in the first chapter in Homer's Iliad. They talk about how they can have like pillage people and how they own and how it's their prize. You know, it's back in their day, okay, different history, but it is something else that in martial culture that they do talk about, like that's like the honorable and great, and I don't think modern audiences do know that. There we go. We added that thingy right there, and we have something here. Let's add this head there. And we own one county too many? Wait. I got a county somewhere? Oh yeah, I got this county. I completely forgot about this. You get this one. There you go. They're just bleeding their money away. They make sure they don't have any money or troops. They're getting so weak now. Find the England-Portugal alliance in this universe, at least. Yeah, this universe is a bit crazy. We have the Iberian. What the frick just happened here? We did not do this. We did not do this. Okay, this is interesting. It's not that bad also at the same time. Hence, if we go to European Universalis, this will not be my title. This will be like a different kingdom, like a two-crowned monarchy. So we will only own this land here. And this will be a vassal of ours. And this will be like a different country, like that is within a crown. Something like with the two Naples, like with the Aragon. The Aragon owns this, and they also have this land, but it's more like an alliance. It would be crazy if we actually own this land. And our murder plot gets discovered every time. Yay! Reduce the sickness. Oh, we have attrition here. That's fine. The winter has come. Wow, I made him fish being and Parker. The Parkers. The Parkers. We need specifics on the Parker curse. Okay. Okay. I need to go on a fish before I go. I'm curious about my descendants in the... This is your descendants at the moment. And there's the other house. They own this bit of land here, Belgium. That's over there. And let's go to factions. I mean, like, you want to see, like, the Acolyte. I haven't done a lot with Acolytes, so I have been neglecting them again. Yeah. There we go. Forced to be the champion. There we go. There we go. A point. There we go. It's a bit of a hassle to do this. If I have to be confusing the whole time doing the Acolytes. Because it's just a different window. It would be more fun if those Acolytes existed, and that I didn't really need to do that myself. But I do like the idea of having like some cool elite warriors and that you just get events from them. Like, oh, this Acolyte did that, and that Acolyte did this. That would be just so much cooler than me needing to constantly micromanage the Acolytes. Okay, they can start a rebellion at any time, but they are not. For now. Wait, am I fighting at least in this war now? Because I should be here. I'm commanding an army. That's good. That's good. I should not be not commanding an army when the civil war can happen any moment. Because then they cannot capture me if that happens. Okay, they're coming south. They're coming south, I think. They're coming. They're coming! They're coming! The Massilians are coming! Let's try to crush them in the mountains, where we have that advantage. Oh, it's mountain, mountain. Oh, it's all mountain here. Let's mountain them in this castle here. Okay, let's see how we are with supply here. Alright. There's not a lot of supply. So I'm slowly trying to get a bit of supply in. I will try something different this time. I will try to have two big armies here and have smaller armies here, and if when the big armies run out of supply, that the smaller armies will come in and give them supply. That's a mountain, we cannot fight them there. I don't know if we can win this battle, by the way, and if we lose this battle, we might trigger a civil war. But I also don't want to run away as a coward. I do think they can win easily. Like, I do think they're stronger. Yeah, they can easily win. So, 60k. There's no way we can actually stop them. So I don't think they will run away when I send all my troops in now. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, we are over there. Maybe do some damage, because we are fighting in a castle, plus we have the advantage. So we should do a lot of damage to their troops. But sadly, this will trigger also civil war with us, and I think that's the end of this campaign and this war. And then we will go back home and prepare for the civil war. If that triggers. If we do this, I don't think it's gonna help at all, but yeah, let's do that. We'll make more time for her, but we are at war. Okay. Now we are gonna get the troops can surrender, we're gonna walk back. I hope not, but yeah, sadly this is it in this campaign. This is like a proxy war we're doing. We are fighting this war to help our ally, but it's such an irrelevant war, but it just causes us to plunder the land here. And we already kind of did what we wanted to. And now, hopefully, look at this. They had like double the amount of troops. We haven't lost that many troops. We haven't lost a lot in this battle, though. Look, we have lost 16k. and they only lost 5k. So we lost way more. But at the same time, they will not get the reinforcements that fast. Because we took all their castles, and damaging them will also cause instability in their country, maybe being able to cause a second civil war. And I know this is gonna cause us also civil war, but that's going to be fine. I'm confident we can win the civil war. But thank you for watching. I think this is gonna be the end, and I think for the next war or the next campaign we are going to. I think for the next next week we are going to prepare to fight over here in the civil war, and then. Luckily, we have been slowly been grinding away at Basilia because we are fighting this crazy proxy war. We have complete control in Iberia, and we have not that much control in the. We have not that much control here in the north, but that's probably our next mission. But look at this, Rukuchirimica got this land, so maybe we should figure out a way how we can like marry our way into this land. We were able to establish a better alliance with Pictonia. So the south front has been stabilized. And we still have this going on. So if they die, we still have the claim that this lady doesn't like us. That's fine. Because her son is my heir. And she will get claims on Luxembourg. So if when we die... maybe we die now because we are sick. We can go in and claim all this land. Look at this land. We can do our 100 Years War invasion. So we are pretty good. But at the same time, Massilia is extremely strong with their allies. They have like allies with these guys here. So this is a complex situation. But this person is old too, so they might die before. The important thing is, if this person dies before our mother is 30 years, like for our next heir, we should be able to win this war. And we should be able to win. And then, I might become a wanderer, because I think we have nothing to do. Or maybe, this will be so close to the EU5 start date, that I will start hoping that we can do this in EU5. But that's gonna be for another time. We still have to see how that is. This is the world state. This is how the world looks like. Look around. Perfect. Nice. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Have a nice existence. And there is a Discord link somewhere that you can watch and you can suggest things. Because Tuesday I will try to do viewer's choice. We have one more game I have to play from the viewer's choice. And then I'm gonna let a new election happen for new games to be chosen in the viewer's choice. And even open for recommendations maybe. Thank you for watching and bye bye.